I think that there are a variety of ways of overcoming obstacles, but I'm no genius on this front. They're the kind of obstacles that are like there's some problem to be solved. And the way I overcome it is I really just try to figure out how can I accommodate the situation? How can I resolve the situation? What could I do? What thing outside the box might we do to resolve the situation? But then there are deeper obstacles, or if you want to call them obstacles, maybe challenges is a better word, such as how do you manage to have 4 kids and an active career that requires you to travel, requires you to think, requires you to have concentration about your work. That's not just go and rubber stamp something every day, but you really have to think about that. And I think that those things, the word isn't really overcome. It's rather like how do you incorporate it all and get to a happy place where you feel happy with the choices that you've made. And it's a very personal thing to try to do. How do we get to that place? But I think the primary thing is to keep in mind what our values are. For me, at least, what are my values? If my value is to spend time with my kid, then when I spend time with him and I don't get something done for work, that was the right choice. And whatever happens will happen, but I made a choice that is the right choice for me. And sometimes those kinds of choices can be really career breaking. And when I first graduated from graduate school, I was pregnant. And just before getting pregnant, I had to make a decision. Did I want to have a baby now, or did I want to wait until my career was established? And many women in my situation would wait because being an academic is a very competitive environment. Whether you take maternity or leave, it doesn't matter. People are going to judge you by how many papers you wrote and what research you did. And I was very afraid that by having a kid, I would not be in the loop of hardcore research. And I had to ask myself some very hard questions. And I did ask those questions, and my decision was, I want a kid now, and if I can't have a kid now, I will leave math. That was a very hard decision, and it luckily didn't happen that way, but it could have. And I think I would have been at peace with it had it happened, because you have to make a decision that says, this is true to my values, whatever those values are. And for other people, it wouldn't have been the same choice. But it was a decision that was true to my values, so that if it had gone all to pieces around me and I had the kid, I would feel that was the right decision to have made. I wouldn't have regretted it. So I would say that's how I overcome it, but I also really do turn to the people around me for support. My husband is absolutely fabulous in this regard. He is a problem solver. I'll tell him what I'm trying to deal with, and some of it is emotional. I'm not feeling well today. I just don't feel I can do what I have to do today. And someone else says to you, well, you just got to put one step in front of the other, do this first, do that first, try to get to this place psychologically, and that will help push you through. And it's really true. So, people turn to different sources for this. Some people turn to their church for it. Other people turn to the people in their lives. And I definitely do turn to some of the closest people around me when I need kind of a boost. But for the bigger things, I really try to figure out, what are my values? What is it that I want to look back on and say, that was the right decision, even if it wasn't the right decision in the sense of how it all kind of turned out.